What's up guys, it's Simon Fiaz and today's video is on A3 A-Level Chemistry 2019 Paper 3 multiple choice questions. Question 6, which amount of sodium hydroxide reacts exactly with this? So first thing I do is find out the moles of this, the mass of MR. Then I times it by 2 and I should get, because it's a diprotic acid, 0.1. Therefore the answer must be C because that would give you 0.1 moles. 100 divided by 1000 times by 1, concentration volume. And then it says question 7, lead 2 nitrate and potassium iodide react according to the equation. That's the equation. Experiment 25 centimeters cube of a disc solution of each compound mixed together. Which amount in moles of lead 2 iodide is formed? So 25 divided by 1000 times by 0.100, I get 0.0025. 1, 2, 3, no, 2.5 times by 10 to the power minus 3. That's a 1 to 2 mole ratio, so that should be 0.50. Right. I want to see the amount of lead 2 iodide formed. Alright, because I've got 0.0025 of this as well, I want to find the amount of lead 2 iodide formed. So 2 to 1 mole ratio. Yeah, perfect. So then I divide that by 2. 0.0025 divided by 2. So my answer divided by 2, 1.25 times by 10 to the power minus 3. Therefore the answer must be A. Question 8. What is the enthalpy change in kilojoules per mole to about minus 1 for the following reaction? So I'm given this equation for this equation, and I'm also given these two equations, equation 1, equation 2. How do I get this equation from equation 1 and equation 2? 4NH3 plus 7O2, 4NO2 plus 6H2O. And I think I've spotted it. If I do equation 2 times by 2, equation 2 times by 2, therefore I get 4NO plus gaseous plus 2O2 gaseous to form 4NO2 gaseous. And then I do equation 1 plus equation 2. What I notice is that I'll get 4NH3 plus 7O2 because of the 5O2 here. And then the 4, then plus 6H4 plus 4NO2, and this 4NO, well, I've got, that will cancel out with that. Perfect. So I've done equation 2 times by 2. And therefore this enthalpy change must be multiplied by 2 as well. And I want to find enthalpy change for the following reaction. Well, what I'm going to do then is minus 909 minus 115 times by 2. And you should get... Actually, no, I don't do that. The enthalpy change for the following reaction: nitrogen dioxide produced by ammonia and air. So producing the nitrogen dioxide and also the enthalpy of that. So it's going to be minus 115 times by 2 minus 909. Wait, what's minus 115 times by 2 minus 230 and then minus 909? I'm not minusing anything, I'm adding them. Minus 1139. Yeah, because that's what I'm doing. Because I look at the equation, I'm adding equation 1 plus equation 2 times by 2 to get equation 3. So it's going to be minus 909 plus minus 115 times by 2, which is the same as minus 909 plus minus 230, which is the same as minus 1139, and therefore the answer is D. Question 9, which change leads to a high concentration of SO3 in its equilibrium mixture? Use of a catalyst? Definitely not. Catalysts don't affect the equilibrium yield. Higher temperature, let's have a look at that one, because I know forward reaction is exothermic because delta H is negative. Exothermic, I increase the temperature, well, it's going to shift then to the endothermic direction to oppose increased temperature, hence decrease in temperature, so it wouldn't lead to a high concentration of SO3 because SO3 is on the right hand side, equilibrium will move to the left hand side. Lower pressure, well, there's 3 moles here, 2 moles here. I lower the pressure, equilibrium is going to shift to the side with more moles of gas to increase the pressure, so it can't be that as well because then it will shift to the left hand side. High concentration of O2 is the correct answer. Question 10, what is the initial concentration of Q in experiment 2? And I know the rate equation is that. So I can see that P times it by 3, initial rate times it by 2, just double check, 0.60 divided by 0.200, yeah, times by 3, 0.80 divided by 0.40 times by 2, right? So 3 times by something squared, give me 2 basically. So therefore, it's going to be the square root of 2 over 3. Divide by 3, square root of 2 over 3, root 6 over 3. Now that's Q, right? But I want to find the initial concentration of Q in experiment 2, but then I do my answer 0.500 initially, experiment 1, times by the root 2 over 3, and I get 0.408. Therefore, the answer is C. 10C, 0.408. Question 11. Equation for the reaction between sulfur dioxide and oxygen is shown in experiment. 2 moles of sulfur dioxide mixed with 2 moles of oxygen. Total mole of 3 gases at equilibrium is that. What is the mole fraction of sulfur trioxide? 2 moles of sulfur dioxide mixed with 2 moles of oxygen. Total amount of 3 gases at equilibrium is that. What is the mole fraction of sulfur trioxide equilibrium mixture? I know. Okay, so what I need to do is use algebra and also, yeah, definitely need to use algebra for 1 marker in chem. So SO2, O2, SO3. Initially, I've got 2 moles of sulfur dioxide, 2 moles of oxygen, right? Definition, I'm going to have 0 of SO3. I'm going to minus x to get 2 minus x, minus x, oh, actually minus the half x, 2 minus the half x, and therefore in this case I'm going to add x. I'm just going to get x. And I know the total number of equilibrium moles is root 4. So all of that, so 2 minus x plus 2 minus the half x plus x equals 3.40. That's what I've constructed now. So let's collect like terms. Minus 1 minus x plus minus the half plus 1 minus the half x. So 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 minus a half x equals 3.40. Therefore, a half x equals 4 minus 3.40, 0.6. So x over 2 equals 0.6. X equals 1.2. Now we're nowhere near done. Well, almost. The mole fraction of sulfur trioxide, well, I know is x. In equilibrium mixture, well, SO3 in equilibrium is x. So it's going to be 1.2 over the total amount of 3 gases, 3.40. And I get B 0.353. So don't be fooled, these one markers, you might have to use algebra and then make it equal to root of 40, then get x and then realize it's 1.2. The total number of equilibrium moles is 3.40, and then that's your answer. You get 0.3529, 0.353, 11b. Question 12, nitrogen reacts with hydrogen in its exothermic reaction. Okay, so I know delta H is negative, let's just write that down. Forward reactions exothermic. Which change increases the equilibrium yield of ammonia? Increases equilibrium yield of ammonia but has no effect on the value of Kp. Well, temperature will have an effect on the value of Kp, because only temperature can affect the value of Kp. So if I'm left with these ones, increase the equilibrium yield of ammonia. Catalysts do not increase or do not affect the equilibrium yield, so I'm left with B and D. I decrease the total pressure. I've got 3 moles here, 2 moles here. I decrease the total pressure. Then what's going to happen? It's going to shift to the side with more moles of gas. Therefore, the left hand side. That's not going to increase the equilibrium yield of ammonia. If I increase the partial pressure of nitrogen, then what will happen to ammonia? Yeah, then the equilibrium is going to shift and then increase the partial equilibrium yield of ammonia. Therefore, B is the correct answer. Question 13. I can't do this. I'm going through that. Which atom has the greatest first ionization energy? Helium. Question 15. What is the correct observation form? Observation when barium metal is added to an excess of water. Barium metal is added to an excess of water. Going to forms a colorless solution and effervesces. So question 15b. Question 16. Aqueous solution solved with a white precipitate mixed with aqueous and mixed with dilute sulfuric acid. Formula is obviously got to be barium chloride, white precipitate, dilute sulfuric acid. Which statement is not correct about the trends in the properties of hydrogen halides from HCl to HI? The boiling point decreases. That's false. The boiling points would actually increase. Boiling points, yeah, the boiling points increase. Or increases. Definitely. Become larger, etc. etc. The bond dissociation decreases, yeah, the more easy oxides, yeah. What was observed when concentrated hydrochloric acid is added to an aqueous solution of copper sulfate until no further changes occurs? D. The solution changes and no precipitate forms. Question 18. D. Solution changes, no precipitate forms. Question 19. What is the most suitable reagent for detecting the presence of carbonate ions and sulfate ions? Dilute H2SO4. Question 20. Methyl benzene reacts with a mixture of concentrated nitric acid and concentrated sulfuric acid. What is the name of the mechanism for the reaction? Electrophilic substitution. So 19b, 18d, solution change color, no precipitate forms. 17a, the boiling points decreases. That is not that's not correct. The boiling points actually increase. Which mechanism is not used in the synthesis? Electrophilic substitution, nucleophilic substitution. That definitely is. Free radical substitution, yes, that's for the first one, so that definitely is. Nucleophilic addition elimination, that's that one. That definitely is. Electrophilic substitution. Where's the nitro group? Which compound is formed when 1-phenol ethanol reacts with acidified potassium dichromate? So first thing we need to do is draw it out. Right? Ethanol, methane, But the thing is, OH group has to be attached to its first carbon because it says 1-phenyl ethanol, right? So that's the carbon. Now, what kind of carbon is this? What kind of alcohol is this? Sorry. Well, that's 1. That's obviously going to be a 2. Think about it. The structure, these are just carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, C6H5. So it's going to be a secondary alcohol because attached to this carbon OH group is bonded to 1 and 2. Secondary alcohol. And I know that it reacts with acidified potassium dichromate, so therefore it's going to be oxidized to what? Well, secondary alcohols are oxidized to form ketones. Yeah. So therefore, which one's ketone? A, that's an alcohol. B, that's an aldehyde. Ketones is in the middle. Perfect. It's C. And D is a carboxylic acid, so it can't be that. This is really difficult. This one it requires like a lot of understanding, great knowledge of type of alcohols and all of that. Question 23. 3 reagents are added separately to 4 organic compounds. Which row shows the correct observations? Propan-1-0, an alcohol with sodium hydrogen carbonate effervescence. I don't think so. Definitely not. Propanol with sodium hydrogen carbonate of visible chain. Yep. Propanoic acid, sodium hydrogen carbonate effervescence. Yep. Acidified potassium dichromate. Propanol, orange solution turns green. Propanone, which is a ketone. Yeah, no visible change. Tollens region with a ketone silver mirror. No, definitely not. So I'm left with B and D. Tollens region with a propanoic acid silver mirror. Definitely not. Therefore, the answer must be B. B. And this question is a prime example. You need to know all your tests for your functional groups and the observations and all of that. Otherwise, you just won't be able to attack this question. Question 24. Which compound is formed by acid hydrolysis of phenyl methyl ethanoate? Acid hydrolysis. Now, what is acid hydrolysis? Let's go through it. Acid hydrolysis, ester, right, plus what? What am I, let me get back to acid hydrolysis, find the textbook. Acid hydrolysis, yeah, plus exactly what I thought would happen, plus H2O, we add water, a H plus reflux, but what's most important is what we form. We form a carboxylic acid plus alcohol. So I can already eliminate B because that's an aldehyde. I can already eliminate C because that's a ketone. We're not going to form those. Perfect. So I'm left with A and D. Well, A is a alcohol, D is a carboxylic acid, right? So which one is it going to be? Well, it's obviously going to be C6H5. Yeah, but it's not going to be COOH. It's going to be CH2OH. Phenyl methyl ethanoate, yeah. Let me just double check that one. Yeah, we do form a carboxylic acid, but not. But it's not just. It's not going to be that. It'll be that C6H5 CH2OH. Question 25. A student is required to dry liquid sample of pentanoic acid, which drying agent is suitable. Now, the 2 drying agents I know, calcium chloride, magnesium sulfate. So definitely not calcium oxide. It's going to be B, calcium sulfate, because we've got the sulfate part. Potassium hydroxide, no. Potassium carbonate, no. Question 26, which is the correct representation of part of the mechanism of reaction? Propanol chloride, ethanol chloride, and benzene. Example of acylation. Acylation, RCOCl, AlCl3 catalyst, reflux, non-aqueous environment. And you need to know like all of these minor details. Obviously for this question I don't, but I know AlCl3 catalyst is used, so therefore it's got to be B. And it makes sense. A, why would it go there? C, no. D, definitely not. It'd be like that if it was. C, no, there's no. So therefore the answer is yes, B. 26. No, sorry, not 26B. It does use an AlCl3 catalyst, but it's like this. AlCl3 catalyst, but it's like AlCl3, then you've got a... I'll go through the mechanism. I'll have a look at the mechanism again. So you have got AlCl, no, you've got AlCl3 catalyst to make the acyl chloride electrophile stronger, then the AlCl4 minus. Yeah, so it's not actually B. Therefore the answer must be C. And I was thinking like, it looks like C as well because the carbocation as well. Yeah, the answer is C, 26C. Question 27, methyl amine reacts with bromoethane by substitution to produce a mixture of products. Which compound is not a possible product of this reaction? Methyl amine reacts with bromoethane by nucleophilic substitution. Definitely A and B are going to be produced possible products. Left with C and D. Well, C, methyl amine. Yeah, I've got the CH3, right? Perfect. It's got to be D. That's not a possible product. Why is that I've got CH3 here, CH3 here, CH3 here, and I've got two CH3s here. That's not a possible product of this reaction. And if it was, then all of these A, B to C would be wrong. And that can't be true. So therefore, D is not a possible product of this reaction. Pay attention to these small minor details. Which polymer has hydrogen bonding between its chains? Kevlar. You just need to know this off by heart. Which structure shows part of a peptide link in a protein? Not A. It's going to be D. Because it's definitely not going to be A as C. I know it's C double bond O and NH. But in this case, I've got two C double bond O's. That's not part of peptide link in a protein. It's going to be D then. C double bond O, and then you've got your NH. Question 30. Two strands of DNA linked together by hydrogen bonding between bases on each strand. Which row shows the number of hydrogen bonds between the pair of bases? Adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine. I know it's going to be three hydrogen bonds, but which one? Guanine, cytosine, adenine, thymine, guanine, cytosine. And it says use the data booklet to help you answer this question. You could memorize it off by heart, and you know hydrogen bonds between each one already. Probably a better idea to do. But if you look at the data booklet, guanine and cytosine. Well, definitely one hydrogen bond can be formed. Yeah. Definitely another one, and then yeah, a third one. So yeah, three, guanine and cytosine. Which is not responsible for conducting electricity? The lone pair lone pair electrons and water molecules. Question 32. Which is the likely reason for this change of method? In the UK, industrial ethanol is now produced by the direct hydration of ethene. This process has largely replaced the fermentation method. The direct hydration route produces purer ethanol, employs milder conditions, does not use a catalyst, produces ethanol by slower, definitely not, because these aren't even, which is like reason, it's got the most obvious logical one, even if you didn't know chemistry, because look, which is likely reason they replaced fermentation method by direct hydration because it produces pure ethanol, employs milder conditions. I guess you could, does not use a catalyst. No, no, no. Direct hydration route produces pure ethanol. Question 33. Which alkene reacts with hydrogen bromide to give 2-bromo-3-methylbutane as a major product? 2-bromo-3-methylbutane as a major product. Now I could go through each and every single one. I might do that. Well, obviously, this case I've got that CH3 2s, CH3, CH3, CH, CH3, right? And then the HBr, you bond to it, and what you're forming is this CH3, CH3, H, CH3, the major product. So then the Br is going to be bonded to here then, and that is a 1, 2, 3 tertiary alcohol. But what is that though? Is that 2-bromo-3-methylbutane? No, it's not, because I start from left hand side. It is 2-bromo, but I've also got a methyl group attached to that bromo as well. So yeah, definitely not A. If I look at D, C, the 1C, I've got 2 hydrogens here. C, the 1C, I've got this CH, and I've got this H. C, the 1C, H, and CH3, 2-bromo, 3-methyl. Yeah, that definitely will, because the bromo will be there and the 3-methyl will be there. I drew that wrong anyway. When C, 2-bromo, 3-methyl. No, that's not even 3-methyl. No, 2-bromo. Yeah, 3-methyl. No, that's a CH2. That's not a methyl group. And with A, I could apply the same thing as well for A as well, because 2-bromo. Yes, 3-methyl. No. So yeah, the answer must be D. That. Question 34. Which compound can be purified by forming a hot aqueous solution that recrystallizes on cooling? Organic compounds. So the answer is going to be benzoic acid. Question 35. Use a data book to help you answer this question. Which is the main aspartic acid species present in aqueous solution at pH equals 14? pH equals 14. What does that tell me? High pH. Very high pH actually. So what does that tell me? Very low concentration H plus ions, because pH is minus log 10, the concentration H plus ions. So it's not going to have a positive charge like with the hydrogen. Definitely not those two. So I'm left with A and D. And yeah, the answer is going to be D, because it wants to accept protons, since it doesn't have, it's got very low concentration, and these two are negatively charged. Whereas A, it's already got those hydrogens. No, it wants to accept them because it's got low H plus ions. That is the end of section B, the multiple choice questions.